Hi YouTube world. This is going to be my first ever YouTube video, so it's kind of a big deal to me. But it's going to be a watch me work as a beginning acrylic nail artist. I am a beginner. I've only been doing this for a few months. So please, any constructive criticism, please let me know. Product suggestions of any type, I appreciate. Just don't be mean, because you could do it in a nice way. But yeah, so it's just gonna be a watch me work with a few narrations here and there, and just basically me talking and you guys watching me. So as I said before, I am a beginning nail artist. I've only been doing this for about 2 or 3 months, and I've actually improved a lot from my from the very start of my journey. Obviously I have a long way to go, but I decided to start a YouTube channel because as I am starting, I find these videos very helpful, and I have trouble looking for some, because some people don't like to show like the parts that are rough around the edges when you're first starting. So I have no problem with it. If I can help anybody else, girl, I will. Like, I got you. But yeah, so I am 17 years old. I like doing my nails. I've always liked doing my own stuff, DIY. I like beauty. I'm not so much into makeup. I wish I could do it. I really wish. I don't have the patience to learn though. I will put all products down below, but I already put my nail tips on. That glue was not the best. If you peeped me struggling, it was not good at all. I had to apply a lot of pressure. And so I'm just filing the nail tip here. I'm trying to keep it as straight as possible, because I heard it does come out more crisp looking and like clean, and that's what I'm aiming for. I forgot to mention, a lot of these clips are sped up. I'm not working this fast in real life. I wish I could work this fast, but again, as a beginner, this set took me about 3 hours, and it was just simple colors. So yeah, I'll get there, just not now. I struggle a lot with, I overfile, I don't get the shape that I like. And most of the times I just struggle. It's not the nail tips or the file, honestly. Most of the time it's just how hard my hand goes, and like, I'm a perfectionist, which is bad when you're starting something that's completely new to you, because I tend to like overdo stuff and then ruin it. But honestly, the shape that I did in this video is one of my best ones, and that says a lot. Again, please be nice to me. I can handle criticism, just not rudely, because I would never do that to somebody else. I would never rudely comment about something that's obviously a learning journey. And this is a very hard learning journey, let me tell you. But I was going for a coffin shape. It's a little bit more like small at the end, so I don't know if you could say it's ballerina, but I was really happy with it. The shape, like the size of it, how long it was, I liked it. I also like having my long nails, but a more practical way for me to do my schoolwork and all of that. The shape, I'm giving myself props, because that's one of the best shapes I've done. It came out really crisp, and this looks silly. I was just trying to see if they matched up. I look dumb. I don't know why I did that. It didn't even help me a lot, to be honest. But yeah, so again, as I told you, I'm a perfectionist, so I will go in an extra 20 rounds to file, because I think that once I look crooked and it's ugly. I always glue a nail tip on crooked anyways. I don't know how it happens, but it always does. And I try to do it the best to my ability, but I don't know what happens. Okay, so here I'm done filing because I don't want to screw anything up more. So I'm just buffing the nail tip to get the shine off of it. This for me helps the acrylic adhere better because I always have trouble adhering it to the tip. So when I figure out how to do this, it honestly just helps me in the long run. And most parts of this video are sped up, so I am not going that fast. I'm actually going fairly slow, so I had to speed up parts of it. Okay, so as a beginner, I really like the Mia Secret products. They're pretty affordable. They work pretty good, especially when you're just trying to get the handle on things. You're not so sure how to work things. I like them. I got all this off Amazon, the dehydrator, the primer. The dehydrator does not burn. The primer is supposed to be acid-free, no burn, but honestly, if I nicked my cuticle, it kind of hurts. So I try to avoid. You're supposed to avoid it either way, but I try to be extra careful with the primer. The dehydrator just dehydrates the nails, so it's not supposed to hurt. It doesn't hurt me. But yeah, I got these off Amazon. So here I am using the Mia Secret liquid monomer. It smells very strongly. The dapping dish, again, link everything down below. And I use the Mia Secret clear acrylic powder also off Amazon. But yeah, it's a very strong smelling monomer. I think it works pretty good though. I haven't tried any other monomers, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. But for me, it's okay. It doesn't dry that fast. I can easily mold it. I'm planning on expanding other monomers and stuff, but for now this will do. Again, the clear acrylic powder, pretty clear obviously, but you know how some powders are murky, they're not that clear. I like this one. And then this is my Nail Supply Glamour 100% Kolinsky brush and a number 8. And it's time to apply the acrylic. I move my setup 100 times because I'm not comfortable and I end up screwing things up, but that's besides the point. So I don't use any type of bead method. I honestly, how many beads it takes until I like the thickness of it. So I start with a bead, trying to build up the apex in the middle of the natural nail and where the nail tip ends. And I do 2 beads here because I did not I'm pretty sure I did 2 beads, but I did not like how thin it was. And then I put a bead near the cuticle line, and then finally I do the tip. And my beads are not that good. My brush, I don't know what was wrong with my brush, honestly. It was wonky. I'm not sure why. It was getting me mad. It still worked good, but it was not picking up the beads like it usually does. So that's why my beads look weak and tiny. I promise you guys, they're not that weak and tiny usually. So when I do the cuticle, I try to push it back as far as I can. I used to flood my cuticle a lot, so that's something I have improved on. And honestly, if you do a good prep, you also avoid flooding the cuticle. So yeah, I push it back as far as I can, and then I brush it down, trying to get the sidewalls too. I think you see it in one of these clips where I try to push it to the side for the sidewalls too. And I try to move the acrylic with the body of my brush. Sometimes I just end up using the tip, and I don't find that it's that helpful. But when I use the body of the brush, it's easier and it comes out looking better and smoother. Although I did not like the colored acrylic for Mia Secret. I don't know why. I had like actual colors, and then I have like the nude, like the covers, and I did not like them. I feel like, to me, it's like Play-Doh. It's so hard to explain, but every time I try to use that nude, my nails do not come out looking good. I don't know if it's because I need more experience with them, or I just don't like it. And I always make sure to tap the clear acrylics, because I like it on a flat surface, and I think that's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, so I always make sure to tap it so that it can be flat. And here's my index finger again. First bead, apex, sidewall, brush it down. And then I move on to the cuticle, push it back as far as I can, and then brush it down. And then the tip. And another thing that I always do is I'm always moving my nail to look at it from the side, because you want it to be thin, thick, and then thin again. Thin by the cuticle area, thick apex area because it's the pressure point, and then thin towards the nail tip. So I'm always making sure to see how it looks from the side, so it does not look all types of crazy. And I'm done with the acrylic application. Boom. I wish it was that fast. So after I do all the acrylics on my 10 fingers, I'm now finally, I hand file first. It's the same 100 over 100 grit file from Nail Supply Glamour, but I hand file first, kind of to fix the shape if it got a little messed up during the application, and to smooth out any major bumps. I find it easier to hand file. I prefer it. I do use my drill to go around the cuticle area, just because it hurts when I try to go that close to my cuticle with my nail file. But yeah, so I just use it to smooth most of it out and then fix the nail shape if necessary. With my Melody Susie drill, and I like this drill because, as you see, you can either speed it up or slow it down, and it can go clockwise or counterclockwise, and it's great when I'm working with my non-dominant hand. And it also comes with the cuticle bits, and I'm using I think it's a medium, I'm not really sure, grit with the file right here, but this is again just to go over my cuticles, smooth it out. And I like to go underneath the nail tip in case acrylic got under there and it's like bumpy. And boom, done filing. Thank God. I be catching cramps in my hands. So now for the gel polish. This is a gel polish I'm using. It's from Beetles, and it actually came with a kit of like 20 or 30 colors. They are small bottles though, but I am using the base gel and the top coat after it. But yeah, these are actually, I think they're okay. It was like $30 for, I think it was like 20 or 25 bottles. Came with a matte top coat, like a glossy top coat, and then the base gel, and then the little colors. And those are the colors I'm using off to the side, and it's okay. And also my Melody Susie, I think it's a 12-watt UV lamp. I was scared to get a UV lamp, so I got like the lowest amount. But I actually cut a lot of my footage from it because I was getting frustrated with the gel polish because I had to mix different shades for what I wanted to go to, and they were not working with me. But I have a few clips in here. But yeah, this is like the lightest shade I was gonna do, so I mixed the light pink with a little bit of white. And this is skipped footage, I'm sorry. I was just getting so frustrated because I was hungry. I was sitting there for like 3 hours. My back was hurting. Camera died, so I did not get any more footage. I'm so sorry, and the side of that nail looks disgusting, but I promise you I fixed it. But yeah, the finished product, shades of pink. I'm honestly not even too angry with it. It could be a lot worse. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, criticism, suggestions, please comment them. I'm always open to it as long as you're not mean. Follow my other socials and let me know what type of videos you guys want to see next. Thank you so much.